Okay, here we go. Alright. What is up, you guys? It is your boy, the Powerful Swordsman here, aka the Bankai to the motherfucking Tencho. Give me a sec. Alright, you guys can hear me. I'm gonna just check my audio to see if everything is all right. Then we can get started. Alright, so what is up, you guys? It is your boy, the Powerful Swordsman here, aka the Bankai to the motherfucking Tencho. We are gonna be playing. This is one of the games, the only senran kagura game for the PlayStation 4 that's not online. Because Peach Beach Splash and Estival Versus are the only two senran kagura games for the PS4 that are online. And Burst Renewal is not online. It's literally straight up offline only, no online. So I'm trying to show this game more respect, bro, because this is one of my favorite senran kagura games next to Estival Versus. But Estival Versus is my personal favorite. That one's #1 in my book, because Estival Versus is much longer than any of the other senran kagura games, in my opinion. But yes, we are gonna get this shit started. Happy New Year to everybody, bro. We in 2021, you guys. So honestly, I wanted to start off 2021 with a bang, bruh. So I'm gonna be playing senran kagura Burst Renewal, and this is this is like literally the only senran kagura game that I've platinumed ever. Like, I need one more to platinum Estival Versus, as you can see. I literally need one more, and I straight up need a little bit more in Peach Beach Splash to platinum. So these two I almost got platinum, but Burst Renewal, we're gonna get this shit started, bro. This is the one game that's not online for senran kagura. And I want to show this game more respect, bro. This is one of the games that deserve more respect. Although it is a remaster / remake of senran kagura Burst, we got to give this shit more respect. So I'm going to be playing this shit on the hardest difficulty. I know I have been playing the game on the hard difficulty during my no commentary walkthroughs for it. And if you guys don't know, this is one of the games that I did a walkthrough series for back in 2018. So for those who are subscribed to the channel and subscribe way past that year, this is one of the games I did a while back in 2018. So you might as well check out the walkthroughs for this one, because I've done it before on my YouTube channel. And now, since it's 2021, I want to do it in a different way now. So I'm going to be doing it on the hardest difficulty. The only difference is back then when I did it, I had a trashy game capture. I didn't use PlayStation Share. I had a trashy game capture that I used, but it did help. Now, the difference between back then and now is that I have my Elgato now, so things are going to be in 60 FPS this time, once I do this walkthrough series once again for the third time, I think, because the second time I'm doing it for hard difficulty with no commentary. The third time right here is I'm doing it with hard difficulty with commentary, on stream this time. So let's get this shit started. senran kagura Burst Renewal. All right, let's do this shit.
Marvelous.
As we literally get, like, as the years go on and shit like that, like, let's be honest, like, some games can get forgotten, but on my channel, no games are forgotten. Senran kagura. All right. Let's go. All right, so here we are. Now we will be changing each Shinobi character each time we do a mission, because I don't want to just play as the same one for every mission. Because once you beat a mission in Senran Kagura, in any Senran Kagura game, you can play as that character. You can play as any character in that mission after that. So yeah, I want to start it off with Hikage. Alright, so we're gonna be doing everything over on hard mode this time. This time on hard mode, and also the DLC, episodes too. So yeah, we'll be doing Yumi's sequel. We'll be doing Yumi's what was it, prequel or sequel? I think it was the, hold on. They said it was because in the DLC episodes, I think it was Yumi and Miyabi's prequel. Basically, those are the episodes, like the events before all that stuff and shit like that. The events before Shinobi Versus, from what I remember. So yeah, prequel campaign. But we will be doing Yumi's prequel campaign and also Miyabi's prequel campaign. So for now, we're gonna start it off with Hanzo, bro. So let's get it. Usually cutscenes would show up and stuff. Usually the cutscenes would show up at the start and the intro as well. But that's only if you start the game for the first time. And so yeah. We're going to put that difficulty up a bit. Since this is basically tutorial, I'm going to start it off with this, even though this isn't really difficulty wise, but we're going to do it either way. For this one, I think you'd still have to play as Asuka and them since you're doing the tutorial with them. So yeah, this one isn't difficulty wise. So let's keep going. We are going to be covering chapter 1 and chapter 2 on hard mode for this as well. What's going on, Nicholas? Welcome to the stream, bro. We got Kiriya Sensei right there. Happy New Year to you too, bro. How you doing today, Nicholas, bro? How you doing, bro? It's good to start this game over again. Like, Black Lion, what's going on, bro? Happy New Year to you too, bro. How am I doing? I'm doing absolutely well as well, man. I'm restarting a walkthrough series that I did back in 2018 for Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. This is one of the very first Senran Kagura games that are this is the remaster and remake of the first Senran Kagura game. I know Black Lion knows, so I'm just letting you know, Nicholas. I know you know Black Lion, but I'm letting Nicholas know. But this is a remake slash a remaster slash remake of the first Senran Kagura game for the Nintendo 3DS that was later on put on to the PS4 in 2018. So I've way before you guys subscribe, I did a walkthrough series. I did a walkthrough this is one of the first Senran Kagura games I did my walkthrough series for back in 2018. Way before you guys subscribed to the channel. And now I'm doing a new walkthrough series for it this time. I'm restarting it this time with a 2021 walkthrough playlist for the game in hard mode. So back then I did not easy, now I'm doing it on hard mode for this one. Alright, so this is the tutorial. We all know about the tutorial and all that stuff there. I did it before. And also I have all the characters maxed on this game, and I have the game platinum. This is the only Senran Kagura game I have platinum. I have to get Senran Kagura Estival Versus platinum as well. I need one more to platinum Estival Versus, and I have to put in a lot of grind on Peach Beach Splash. So, alright, so the tutorial right here, right here. As you can see by that huge health bar and all that stuff, the ultimate bar and stuff, you guys know I have all characters maxed, man. So and then follow up with another right there. Limit break. Okay. Shinobi transformation. It's good to be back on this game. Now you got to perform a special move. Yo, Mike, what's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? Alright, so I know about that. Do the Prairie. You gotta do a counter, which is a Prairie. There you go. Then this. You go into burst mode, and then you can press it a second time. I'm doing good, bro. It's 2021 now, and I'm restarting a playlist. I'm restarting a YouTube walkthrough for an old game I played back in 2018. It's called Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, the one I'm streaming right now. This is a game I beat already, platinumed. I did a full YouTube walkthrough for the whole game in 2018. But now that I have a better game capture than the one I had back then, I'm restarting the game. This time I'm restarting the game this time. And I said, since 2021 came up, I'm gonna, restart this game, start it over again. And this time beat the story on hard difficulty, even though I already have, but this time I want to do it on stream to show everybody. So I've maxed out all characters in this game, platinumed it. I'm pretty much done with this game. Last time I did it on easy when I was doing my YouTube walkthrough series for it, and now I'm doing it on hard. We're gonna go to the next mission. Since I played as Hikage, like we were just doing tutorial and shit, so it wasn't really much of a battle and shit. Hey yo, my boy Golden, bro, what's going on, man? Happy New Year, G. Just got chill and shit, man. I gotta go to work today, sadly. I honestly thought they was gonna close down my job on New Year's Day, but they closed it down yesterday since it was New Year's Eve, but whichever works. I still need the hours though, so shit. Of course, you off today, man. But that's fine with me. It's good I get to work, man. I need the hours anyway, so. Alright. Alright, there we go. You off till 17th, bro? Okay, I see you. About to transform. Fuck this. I'm transforming. Am I doing it on hard mode? I had one difficulty off. Abort the mission. I said I was gonna do it on hard mode. All 3 stars, man. Why did I have it on half difficulty right there? Hold up. Chapter 1. Hard difficulty, man. Why'd I have it like that? See that? Okay. All 3 stars. Let's do that shit again. Wow. It needs to be all 3 stars, man. Alright. Screw this. I'm going full frantic mode. This is what I'm talking about. Alright. That's why I fucks with Hikage. Oh yes, now I know what I gotta do. Everybody want a bitch like this. Everybody want a bitch like Hikage. Whoa! Now we talking. There you go. This is what guys want. Not all guys. This is what some guys want. Frankly, I just grew past that point, honestly. I mean, back then I used to think senran kagura was like, back then I used to like only play senran kagura for that, but now I don't. I pay attention to more shit than that. The backstory, the information and all that shit. I'm actually devoting my life a little bit to the game series and shit. Damn straight, man. So I'm not just gonna be playing as Hikage. I'm gonna be playing as other girls too, cause like everybody I got max, so there's no reason to just play as the same character. But I do want to play as my girl Haruka. Only dark skinned character in this game is Homura, and she is sexy as hell. So I'm going to the next one. I did number 2. Honestly, blasting through this game would be easy because I've finished basically everything in here. Platinumed it. Platinum the game. Maxed out everybody. There's really nothing else to do. And it's not even online, so. So Asuka's pretty much like clumsy like Hibari, but she is the main character. Ikaruga is the class rep. Because Ikaruga is the class rep, and she like resembles Kagura from Fairy Tail. If anyone watches Fairy Tail, but yeah. Yes, bro, more senran kagura, man. I'm restarting this game in 2021. This is the one game that's not online. This is, like I said before, it's a remake and remaster of the very first senran kagura burst game. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, but I'm still gonna say it either way. But it's a remaster and remake, and honestly, since 2021 started now, I'm starting off 2021 with some old games that I beat back then. It's old games that I did YouTube walkthroughs for. All right, so I don't know if I should like straight up go Shinobi transformation right away. I got every character maxed, so beating this game on hard is just easy to me. Already got the game platinum. Literally, man, I've been straight up devoting my life more to this game now. I couldn't do it back then, but ever since I devoted my life back to the game, I maxed out all characters and burst renewal like back in 2018. Platinum the game, all that stuff. And back then when I did like a YouTube walkthrough for it, back in 2018, I had a trashy game capture, but now I have Elgato now, so I can like, I said screw it. I want to do it in better quality than I did back then when I recorded the game. See that? Their hits don't even affect me, man. I have every character maxed. There's not even any use trying. There really isn't. I mean, my bad. What'd you say? Oh yeah, you said it needs more anime TV series and maybe in movie. I mean, if Marvelous or Funimation or whoever were serious about doing the movies and stuff, they'd focus more on the anime. All I have in my possession, like all my Senran Kagura games I have are digital, but all I have in my possession for anime wise of Senran Kagura is season 1 and 2. That's literally all they've ever done. Just one, like 2 seasons. The first one they did a couple years ago, and number 2 they did in 2018. I don't think I've ever tried rewatching the, honestly, but they deadass need new seasons and shit. Nope, excuse me. I honestly hate YouTube for doing that. Literally. So I'm going to be redoing everything. I'm going to be redoing everything on this game. So you guys will see more streams of this and Shinobi Versus. Because Shinobi Versus, I have to get Shinobi Girl's hearts out the way. As for this game, I'm blasting through this shit like easily, like a speed run or something like that. Oh shit. I know what you're talking about. Peach Beach Splash? I got that shit, man. Oh, you said Peach Ball. Peach Ball. Okay, my bad. I was looking at different. Peach. Oh yeah. Okay, you said Peach Beach. You mean Peach Beach Splash, bro? I got that game, man. I got this one, Peach Beach Splash, and Estival Versus. Those are the only 3 games for the PS4. And on PC, I have Peach Ball. I got Peach Ball on PC. That's like a Nintendo Switch game, but I got Peach Ball on PC, and I can play mines in the max resolution, max settings, 60 FPS and all that stuff. And I have Senran Kagura Bon Appetit. Yeah, there's like you said, but isn't Sony and Japan company? Why would they hate Senran Kagura? I thought Japan. I mean, they do, but from what I heard, Sony took away intimacy mode. I think we all heard. I think we all know that Sony took away intimacy mode on burst renewal. The only time you can use intimacy mode is on the PC version. I mean, that's true, but they wanna put it. What I think they're trying to do, they're doing the same shit YouTube did with that stupid COPPA law. They're probably doing the same thing that YouTube did, where they'd be like, okay, we want kids to enjoy the PS4 and stuff, so we got to take off intimacy mode on burst renewal. And that's literally why we lost intimacy mode on burst renewal. It's no longer there. And they're probably going to take away a lot of other things. And that's probably why Senran Kagura 7 is having a tough time releasing. That's the reason why. Because of this whole law and all that bullshit. Like, YouTube's law was complete shit. But if Sony starts making a law and stuff, Senran Kagura 7 might not really turn out all that great. All right, so I have every character maxed. I want to see who else I want to bring in because I don't want to just play as one character alone. I'm taking my girl Naraku, so don't they know that going to make people hate them even more, and it goes bad for them? It really does, but what can we do about it? Like, all we can do is just sit back and see how how games release and stuff, and you know, there's nothing we can do about it. We just gotta. Only thing we can do is complain about it and just either go on strike or something like that. But there's really okay. Yep, we got the long novels now, so I gotta sit back and relax for this one. But that's the only thing we can do. We can just sit back and just see what happens. Which games in anime had immunity from all types of censorship? If they did, then Senran Kagura 7 would literally be out right now, and we'd honestly have an ultimate intimacy mode, more things on it. Like literally, they'd probably be able to show the nipples on the game. No, let's not go too far. That's just something I'm thinking. But I mean, yeah, but think about it. I mean, censorship for games like Dead or Alive and all that stuff, that's different. But if you look at the stuff they did back then, like if y'all talk about censorship, let's talk about all the bullshit they did with If y'all talk about censorship, let's talk about all the bullshit they did with childhood shows back then. Let's start off with One Piece's well, for those who watch One Piece, but I'm making an example. Y'all know 4Kids TV, right? And how they did a lot of crazy shit. Like One Piece, they screwed up One Piece at the start with some retarded dub and also censoring the blood and the knives and all that stuff back then. And then I don't know, I think they probably did the same shit with Dragon Ball. They did the same shit with Dragon Ball where I don't know if they ever removed blood on Dragon Ball Z, but in freaking Kai and 4Kids they removed the blood and shit like that. That's the things I hate. That's the things I hate that they do. They did a lot of bullshit edits for certain things too. So it's not even just the sexuality in the games we have today. It's also the bullshit edits they did back then where they, you know, literally, if you think about it, it's straight up because of that I never got a season 4 for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or anything else. But not only that, if other people are trying to do shit and screw up Senran Kagura or even Dead or Alive for that matter, or take away even more stuff to the point where you hate DBZ Kai, the original DBZ is best. Yes, it is. And don't you forget that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's be honest on that. You're right. Yes, it is. But what was I gonna say? If they screw up Senran Kagura 7, some people say it's not gonna even release anytime soon. But if they screw up any upcoming Senran Kagura games before 7, or even 7 for that matter, I'm gonna be pissed. We need an intimacy mode, because that is literally what makes Senran Kagura. Not just the action and not just the fan service and all that stuff, but the action too. I don't think I've ever seen blood on Senran Kagura. I think I've only seen blood in the anime, but I kind of want to see it in the games too. Like, have we ever seen any blood in the Senran Kagura games? Like, name one. Trust me, I've been straight up trying to like get into this talk with everybody about it, man. Some people agree and some probably disagree. They just play Senran Kagura for the action. I play for both, but I play for more the action. But I guess the whole censorship policy is kind of, you know. Yo, Black Line, I totally remember that, man. Totally remember that. Yo, they screwed that up so badly, man. If they imagine they still had that type of shit that they did with every anime on 4Kids, man. Oh my god, man. I wouldn't even know the difference, man. Thank God we had a Funimation dub and all that other shit. I didn't even get a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 4 English dub because it's bullshit. Yes, it has good characters. It's very amazing. You're right about that. But like, honestly, I'm not saying I care about whether new people get into like, I'm not saying whether new people, like, I don't even care whether new people get into the game and stuff and then just start saying WTF. We got a lot of people coming to people's streams and stuff when they see Senran Kagura, or even looking at a Senran Kagura gameplay and saying WTF. That's all they're gonna say. That's literally all they say, because at first they're asking, what is this? They're asking, why are the girls being stripped to nothing but their underwear and stuff? I mean, look at Akiba's, Akiba's strip. They don't censor, they never censored Akiba's strip, did they? Akiba's strip, whichever it's called. I don't know if you guys play that one. I've never tried that one yet. But Senran Kagura, it's amazing, bro. You won't even see me say each Senran Kagura character is great in each of their own ways. Yeah, all of them. Definitely all of them. Deadass Golden, you right, man. I don't mind fan service either. I don't mind fan service either. The only time Senran, like, let's be honest, the only time Senran Kagura went serious was in season 2. The season 2 anime actually showed the nipples. They didn't censor anything out, man. They actually showed the nipples in season 2. Season 1 was like a censorship. Season 1 was like a regular anime censorship they do in all anime. Season 2 for Senran Kagura was straight up uncensored. Like, as a matter of fact, you couldn't even choose between censored and uncensored. There's anime out there who do the censored and uncensored version. You can choose literally when you said people who dislike Senran Kagura and other animes need to leave. That's true. They need to leave. Definitely. But season 2 did do the same thing. We did get an uncensored. Actually, you couldn't even choose between censored and uncensored for Senran Kagura season 2. They just left it uncensored. You could see the characters with full-on nipples, man. And season 1 was the opposite of that. Season 1 was the censor. Now, you could choose censored and uncensored anime like Sekirei. I don't know if you got who here has heard of the anime Sekirei? The anime with the dude named Minato and all the girls who literally go all over him. That's the anime you can choose censored and uncensored. Okay, you have kinda? Okay, so that's an example. We use that one as an example. That's an anime where you can choose between censored and uncensored. Now, if Funimation could, if Sony could do that type of crap where they could just, like, I'm not saying you guys, I know you guys don't want it and stuff, you guys just want it completely, like, with the censored bullshit away, with just uncensored, but if Sony could actually release 2 versions, say we get an upcoming Senran Kagura game, Sony could actually release 2 versions of that upcoming Senran Kagura game. We could get censored and uncensored. Now, we're gonna choose uncensored because we don't care. But the censored version could be for those people who be like WTF and all that shit. For those who just say what the fuck all the time and ask what is this. So just get like a censored version for that one. I'm not saying, honestly, I don't even know why we need to do that. For those who have a problem with the uncensored and all that stuff. Why are we doing that for? I'm just saying, if some people out there have a different opinion, like have a problem against what we have with uncensored and all that stuff, then fine, let Sony release a censored and uncensored version, alright? You can choose to buy the censored. The only thing is, you're missing out on a lot of shit. We're gonna take off intimacy. They're gonna take off the intimacy mode. They took off intimacy mode like they did in this game right here, Burst Renewal. So that's why we don't have it anymore. You can only get that shit on the PC version. But if they could do the same shit in the censored version. Like I said, we get a censored and an uncensored version for our upcoming Senran Kagura game. The only thing is, they're going to take off intimacy mode, and you're not going to get access to all the crazy kinky shit, all the crazy fan service and all that stuff, like in the uncensored version. So think about it for a kind of minute. We're obviously going to choose uncensored. Censored, but the regular censored should be for those who just can't handle what they're looking at. That's all I'm saying. That's all, yeah. Sony gotta get their shit together. I'm seeing all these kind of discussions and news and all that stuff on YouTube. Suzuki, oh yeah. I'm glad too. Like, this is why it's a good thing they don't do it's a good thing Takagi doesn't really focus on it's a good thing he doesn't focus like it's a good thing the creator doesn't really focus on the romance and stuff with Senran Kagura, because think about it. If all the girls, not just Asuka, but if all the girls fell in love with dudes and stuff, it would be hard for them to train to master the path of the shinobi. And not only that, but they're shinobi. Nobody on the outside world knows about their secret of being shinobi. Literally, all these academies and stuff, like all these academies have secret underground training areas, secret underground ninja academies and stuff. We all know that, but like, think about it. If all the Senran Kagura characters actually fell in love with guys and stuff, it'd be hard for them to keep their secret. I mean, it wouldn't be hard, but love would kind of stand in the way of their training and all that stuff. So it's a good thing that that Takagi doesn't really. Yeah, unless they are shinobi. That's what I was also thinking in my mind. Unless they are shinobi, like there's for example Asuka's grandmother Sayuri and Asuka's grandfather Hanzo. Both of them are ninja. So that would be a perfect example. It has to they could still fall in love, but it has to be those that are actually, those who are actually born as shinobi. Something like that. That would work. Yeah, that would definitely work. It just can't be guys on the outside who don't know about it, because the girls are supposed to keep this a secret and stuff. All the academies have underground shinobi academies and shit like that. And Hanzo Academy, if you look at it, the underground shinobi training place and all that stuff, they don't really have much students. Asuka and them are the only ones. And then if you actually look at it, if you play Estival Versus, there's also Ayame from Estival Versus, who's also part of Hanzo Academy. So there's probably other characters out there from Hanzo too. But the one next to Asuka and the others that I know that is not in Burst Renewal or Burst is Ayame. She's also in Hanzo too. So that makes her. I think that's all, yeah. Hebijo has a lot. Hebijo has a lot of students. Like a lot of ninja students as well. It's not just Homura and them. First it was Homura and them, but then they became renegades. Miyabi took over with Imu and the rest of the girls as the next elite shinobi for Hebijo. And yeah. Then there's Gessen Academy. I think. Yeah, there's Gessen Academy. I think they have a lot of students too. They have a lot of ninja students too. Xenon, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. I wish Shinobi Versus had the whole auto thing like they do in Burst Renewal, because honestly, like, I got tired of flipping through it. But the novels are very important. And I've always wanted to try those Fudomaki rolls. Like, literally, I've wanted to taste those Fudomaki rolls before. They always eat it, and Hanzo makes the best Fudomaki rolls. I've always wanted to try this. Anybody else wanted to try this before? Like, I cannot be the only one. Them stuff really must taste good. I like the way anime chicks just literally just they grab their hair and pull it back just so they can eat. They don't want to get in the way when they eat. I like when they do that. Now, you know how some guys out there would have a weird imagination, and I could probably tell what they'd be thinking. Sushi is good, yeah. Yeah, sushi is lit. I'm not gonna lie, when I went through the first time I did my YouTube walkthrough series for Burst Renewal, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep through the novels and the reading and stuff. Like, I fell asleep through it before, like through all this, I fell asleep and shit. Been a while, Golden. Shit, when the last time you had sushi, bro? And don't say at a buffet, bro. A buffet don't count, man. I want to see you actually go to Japan and eat that shit. Not a buffet would count, but still, I actually want to see y'all go to actual Japan and try that stuff. Don't just be picking that stuff up in ShopRite and all that shit. And just, you know, I actually want to see that actually made in Japan, like at a freaking hibachi or whichever. Fuji girl? Alright. Alright, Fuji girl count, bet. I'll give you that. I always used to fall asleep. Like, I always used to straight up fall asleep when they got to this point of the game and stuff where they keep us in the long, where we're literally just, because Senran Kagura is a novel too. And like, this is one of the reasons that, and its novels are pretty good. I just fell asleep through it at first, but I still remember a couple stuff from it when I did my first walkthrough in 2018. You said, but I want to go to Japan super bad just to try the real deal. I know what you mean, man. Yeah, so this is the part where they talk about the sword and the shield, because around this time, Asuka didn't really know the meaning of the sword and the shield. So. Too bad the creator doesn't focus on love in this series. I mean, it's not really bad, but I kind of think, you know, it'd be better for them to not focus on the love. So it's okay to do it sometimes, but do it at the very end of a series, because at the end of a series, that character always ends up marrying the other character. From the falls? Niagara Falls? Well, shit, my nigga. You can move anytime, right? What's stopping you from, unless, like, what's stopping you from, like, you know, going somewhere else? There we go. Ah, shit. This is where Asuka meets Homura. And the girl right in the back is one of the enemies in the game. So she ends up bumping into her by accident, but ends up taking her money. She a pickpocket. This is where Asuka and her rival Homura first meet for the first time. Y'all remember how I was talking about the dark skin there? The dark skinned girl? Yeah, that's Homura. Just wait for it. Some of y'all know Homura, but for those who don't, just watch. First time Homura meets Asuka, she calls her Jugs, bro. It's complicated? Well, shit, man. I mean, I can't understand staying in one place. That's true. Cause I've literally moved out of my place, man. I moved out like years ago, man. So you're right, I don't understand. But if it was living with my mom, bro, and letting her talk shit down to me, I'm definitely leaving, man. And I already left. Oh shit. Okay, well for me it's the opposite. For me it's kind of the opposite. At first I live with my mom, but then I already moved out. Man, so you're like Killer Soda, cause he lives with his dad. He lives with his dad too. But like, damn straight, Naraku was the bae. Kagura's bodyguard and alright, so I'm gonna go take down that little secret boss right here. Now, these actually get you a lot of trophies. You face these and make sure to never forget about them. Because for anyone getting into this game, you gotta kill all of these right over here. These are important. Unless you're planning to platinum the game and shit, then yes, kill them. If not, well, do what you do. He's already beaten. Like, if you see it like this, he's already beaten, so there's no reason to try. Let me just land this ultimate right now, bro. Wait for it. Ooh, spin, 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 jump, and step. Woo! All right. Fucking love Naraku. Screw him, and I love all the characters. Here comes Homura. Hey, Jugs. She's about to call her Jugs in a minute. Wait, right here. Jugs. Here you go, Jugs. Your wallet. I got it back for you. This is where these two rivals meet. I mean, y'all both got every character in Senran Kagura got big tits, except Mirai and Ryobi. Said no thanks. She don't need nothing. Nah, don't spend that. That's the only amount of money you got in your pocket right now. Isn't that right? That's where she realizes, like, at first she thinks, nah, she ain't a shinobi. Then she realized later on that she is a shinobi. Because that was just pretty much regular fighting and stuff. She didn't really show her power. You can't show your power in public like that, so. So like I said, I'm basically doing chapter 1 and 2 on hard. Even though I've already cleared it on hard for literally all of them. Half of them, I think. He-body. Hold on, he-body. Okay. See, look at the amount of freaking... Y'all see that shit on the upper middle right? Look at the amount I got, man. upper middle right on the bottom, man. Like upper middle right on the bottom, like where I got about 348 for the EXP and shit. And that's literally enough to max out probably about 3 or 5 characters. But I literally have everyone maxed out, man. And there's no reason having those anymore. There's no reason having them anymore when I have every character, including DLC, maxed out. There's no reason to have them then. Like, literally, man. Like, and the money? There's nothing to buy in the shop anymore, man. Everything is completely done. Just look at this freaking shit, bro. 100%, man. Don't you just hate when you finish and rush a game so fast to the point where you just complete everything on it? You want to do more, man. Shit, I hate that. I hate that. That's the same way with me in Kingdom Hearts, man. When you beat Kingdom Hearts, you beat everything on it, man, and that's it. Even though Kingdom Hearts is a story-based game only. I'm just making an example. Shit, I'd touch, I'd smash. I think we'd all smash. Alright, here we go. I'm going right off the bat. And this is why YouTube demonetizes my video. It's like, nah, let's go. Only characters who fight with their ass is straight up Hibari and Haruka. Just like this. Alright, keep it going. And here's my perfect example. Anybody would want to be smashed by this ass. Let's do it. Anybody. Anybody. You just name it. Yeah, but that's Hibari's summoning. It's a bunny. She's a clumsy ninja, but her summoning, she did her summoning on her first try, I think. It's an A. Alright, change the character now. Alright, let me get Ooh, Riona, okay. She's one of the first DLC characters I ever maxed out. No lie. Alright, so we did that one already on hard mode. Going for this one now. Riona loves pain. She'll let you do anything to her, bro. Where can you get her guns? Honestly, man, that's a good question. Because the thing I wanted to look for in Senran Kagura as well, I've actually wanted Homura's sword. I wanted to buy Homura's sword, Ikaruga's sword, or either Miyabi's, and I've been looking for one of those too. So I couldn't find them. So as for Riona's guns, I don't know what to say. I honestly think that type of stuff is in Japan only. That stuff would come from Japan, obviously, but I think it's literally from there. I don't think there's any kind of sellers that sell that stuff in wherever we live or wherever anyone else lives. But I'm literally there's literally items I want from Senran Kagura, and I've been trying to get Ikaruga's sword. And those guns are pretty lit. They are. Shinobi Tenshi? Can't see. Crap, we're in the middle of a damn tree. Okay. I'll wait for her to make the first attack. There you go. And this is what I mean when I say censorship. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I love her victory, bro. Look at the way she does in her victory, yo. This is what I'm saying. She loves pain, bro. She wanted that plushie so badly. It honestly does, man. But unless y'all know a game, that's actually showed nipples in it. Tell me what game y'all know that shows nipples in it. And I'm talking about on next gens only, not the old gens. The old gens obviously ain't gonna have it because honestly, they're just old gens. Those graphics wouldn't even be like considered like. So just tell me any games y'all know that actually show nipples on it. I know Dead or Alive don't show that. Alright, there you go. Alright, so that's when we got. We're gonna change the character again. Cyberpunk? Okay, Cyberpunk is one of them. Perfect. Any other games? Any other games you guys got? Like literally any other games. Think of any other games. Ooh, Daidoji, okay. Since Senran Kagura isn't one of them, which it was supposed to be, just give me some other games I got. Up, Hibari slacked off. This is what I'm talking about. Hibari is they call Hibari one of the clumsiest ninjas in Senran Kagura. I think Hibari is a first year around this time. She's a first year around this time. And honestly, Hibari and Yagyu are the only two characters that have really gotten fat. If you look at it, they eat too much. One eats a lot of sweets, the other eats dried squid. Katsuragi on the left, Yagyu on the second left, Asuka on the right, second right, and then Ikaruga on the right. So Katsuragi's the yellow one, Yagyu is the one with the white hair, Asuka's the one with the brown, and Ikaruga's the one with the black. Black, blue, whatever. I'm only saying that, we already know who they are. I'm only saying that because if there's anyone new to the stream, like if there's any like say there's someone actually watching, but they're not commenting. So, alright, Golden, I see you, bro. Go make that money, bro. I see you, man. You know something? I could have sworn I chose Daidoji. I'm about to rewind the stream later on. Did anyone see me choose Daidoji? Or was it Homina? I could have sworn I chose Daidoji. Please, I literally, can somebody prove to me that I chose Daidoji? I'm telling y'all, I did not choose Homina. I'm gonna just go with it anyway, but I could have sworn. Can somebody please tell me if I chose Daidoji or not? I chose Daidoji. You got more? That's fine. See that? I did choose Daidoji. See, now this isn't the first time this has happened to me. Because I'm telling you, this is not the first time this has happened to me. When I chose a character that I was supposed to play as, right? That I wanted to play as. The game randomized it for me. That's how I know. That's how I know my eyes did not deceive me. Transform. So I'm going to rewind the stream after this. And check. Because I chose Daidoji. Now, I'm going to let y'all know something right now about me when I play my senran kagura games. I don't dress up the characters. I don't dress up the characters all the time. I do dress them up sometimes, but when I'm doing maxed out gameplays to showcase how they are as level 50, I keep their regular outfits on because that's who they really are. The dressing mode and all that stuff is good and all, but I'm not gonna bother like dressing them up because I don't want to like massacre them and make them look stupid. Literally, there's a lot of people who do that. So if I dress them up, I'll dress them up and make them look good, and I'll leave them with their regular hair because that's what their regular hair is. I can't see them with any other hair out there because they just literally. I don't like all the senran kagura characters being the same with the same amount of hairstyles and stuff. That's why I don't use the dressing room. When I played every senran kagura game for the first time, I don't go to the dressing room already. I start the game automatically and just all right. All right, Crimson Form, let's do it. This person just running away and shit. Come on, bro. Y'all on hard mode, bro. This is hard mode. So I'm gonna rewind the stream and check. I'm telling you, I chose Daidoji. Oh shit, never mind. I rewinded it, and it turns out I chose Homura. I wasn't even looking. When I chose Daidoji at first, I thought, oh my god. Oh my god. All right. So I ended up choosing Homura actually. What I meant to choose was Daidoji. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do the next mission, and I'm gonna choose Daidoji wisely. There, Daidoji. I turns out I skipped past Daidoji when I was I'm done. Alright, but let's go though. So now the Heavy Joe, the Heavy Joe, you know, the old Heavy Joe, the former Heavy Joe, make an appearance. Katsuragi, yep. But you will see mostly novels and stuff like that, talking about the characters and their backstories. They do this in every Senran Kagura game. I was supposed to do a New Year's stream last night, around 9, but I literally fell asleep and shit, so I couldn't. This is our girl Katsuragi, literally everyone's favorite.
これは。敵の人具か。
It must have been one of Meat Eye's technologies and shit like that. She's basically the techno nerd and stuff. I remembered. That was proof that Heavy Joe literally got into Hanzo. Yeah, that's definitely one of Meat Eye's because Meat Eye is the techno nerd.
いや、まあ。
これ授業に遅刻するって言ってもカツネラーメンは絶対に残さないじゃない。きっとなんかあったんだよ。
わかった。みんなが揃ったら全部話すよ。
キリア先生に相談した方がいいんじゃないかな。同感だ。
でも今日はキリア先生出張の日だったはず。
どうしよう。敵が攻めてくるかもしれないんでしょ。ヒバリたちだけでなんとかなる？まだ敵が来ると決まったわけではない。
I love the soundtrack. It's just so beautiful and peaceful. Heavy Joe has made its way into Hanzo. Then again, it wasn't just, it's not all of Heavy Joe, it's just Homura. Homura's the one who made it here. Yep, I knew that the soundtrack was gonna pop up. I knew it.
お前誰だ？お前たち忍び学生だろ？私はホムラ、私立ヘビ女子学園の忍び学生だ。 お前らは半蔵の忍び学生だろ。何を言っているんですか。私たちはしらばっくれても無駄だ。それに隠れ結界を発動したのにお前らは消えない。なるほど。そこにいるのは全員忍びか。だったらなんだって言うんだ。
Alex, what's going on, bro? Happy New Year to you, man.
秘伝忍法書を渡してもらおうか。渡せるわけがありません。渡さなければどうなる。決まっているだろう。力ずくだ。面白い。
カツネ待って。ホムラちゃんとは私が。
そんなに戦いたいんやったら相手になったる。あんた誰。日陰。
Yup. Ikage shows up. Okay, so it wasn't just Homura, it was also the others. Okay. So the full Crimson Squad. Well,
あんた
full Crimson Squad shows up. But in this one, they're known as, you know, they're in Hebijo. So when they become Renegade, they call themselves Homura Crimson Squad.
ためやったら強くないとあかんやろ。
This is way before they became former Hebijo ninjas and shit, so. Although the first battles against them, Hebijo obviously wins at first. Cause like in every anime battle kind of happens like that, you know, cause we get to see how strong they are at first when they make their first appearance. And they kick the crap out of them. Like in every anime, you literally see the evil dudes kick the crap out of the, like when they make their first appearance, they kick the crap out of you at first. But then later on you get strong, and probably that second match ends with a tie and stuff. And they manage to like, they'd be like, oh, you managed to get stronger and stuff. And then the last battle ends with the main character's victory, the hero team's victory and stuff. So this is pretty much how it goes, right, in Senran Kagura.
でかち女。お前
So like I said, that little technology ball thing that showed up that Katsuragi saw, that was one of Midai's. Because Midai is pretty much the techno nerd of the whole team.
が必要なの。
So that's how you know it was Midai, which means Hebijo made their way into Hanzo.
最強の忍びになる。
This is literally how it was in the anime a little bit, just a bit different though.
各校の超秘伝忍法を奪って私は誰にも負け
But Homura and them managed to sneak their way into Hanzo, even in the anime too.
おかしいよ。超秘伝忍法書がなくて
And she even wanted the scroll to become a super ninja, like to become strong as hell.
強くなるためには手段を選ばない。それが私たちヘビ女のやり方さ。
そんなの忍びの道に入ってるよ。
文句があるならかかってきな。お前の言う忍びの
This is where this is where Asuka realizes that Homura is, this is where Asuka realizes that Homura is a ninja, so.
道は薄っぺらくなんてないよ。
Like I said, like they first met literally in the town. They first met in the town in the game. And you know, Asuka got her wallet stolen by a pickpocket. Homura beat the crap out of that pickpocket, and that's when they met at first. So now I got that doji this time. At first I thought I chose that doji during the other episode for chapter 1. But then I realized I was playing as Homura and I wasn't looking correctly.
いざ尋常に参っちれ。
So how many chances to see Senran Kagura 7 on this year. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I probably think we'll maybe see it later on. I'm still looking into some news about it, trying to see if, you know, if we'll actually get a confirmation date or any of that stuff. I mean, so far the only thing we know is the freaking title itself, but the title is all we can go by, and all the news we've been seeing. But 2021, I just don't know. But until then, I'm just gonna continue playing Senran Kagura games, put on the discussions and stuff, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can do for now. I decided to start off 2021 with, you know, I wanted to start it off with me restarting Burst Renewal again, this time on hard difficulty. That's all I can do. That's pretty much all I can do, so. As for Senran Kagura 7 this year, I just don't know. I just honestly don't even know. All I know is that for now, till it does actually come out, I'll just continue doing what I gotta do. I decided to restart playing Burst Renewal in 2021 this time, and I mean this is the only Senran Kagura game I platinum on the PS4. Estival Versus, I need one more to platinum and a couple more to platinum in Peach Beach Splash. This game will be easy to like speed run and shit on hard mode and stuff. Mostly because I have all characters max. The game platinum. There's really nothing else to do. But this game really needs online. This game should have had an online. But then again, it's literally a remaster / remake of the first Senran Kagura game. So guess not. But at this point, some people still upload Senran Kagura, I guess. But some people are still just waiting for 7 and stuff. Just don't know if it's gonna be this year. Alright. You know what I mean? Alright. That should be the end of chapter 1, right? Yep, that's the end of chapter 1. We are on chapter 2. We did chapter 1 on hard mode. Well, all of this has been cleared on hard mode. But I'm just doing it for stream purposes only, so let's go. Chapter 2 it is. Itterashai. Usually I'll only read the novels, like I'll only read the words unless there's no auto in the game. And Shinobi Versus didn't have auto, so I had to do it in that one. This one has auto, so there's no need to read it. Asuka and Katsuragi lost against Homura and Ikage, so Rin, Suzune, Rin. Here we go. Here we go. Yup, here we go. He doesn't want to lose his students, just like he lost Rin. Question mark. We all know she's still alive. So far in Burst Renewal, this was the only image we have of her in Burst Renewal. But she is playable in this one. She is. You unlock Asuka represents the Burst series and Yumi represents the Shinobi Versus series. Right. Damn straight correct. Because honestly, if you look at it, Miyabi and them were pretty much only introduced in the game just to make the game a little bit longer. And then Asuka and Homura stories, like Homura was later on unlocked after you pretty much beat all three of Asuka, Yumi, and Miyabi's team. So Asuka and Homura's were just pretty much regular, but Yumi's and Miyabi's were the special one. But Yumi, yes, you are correct. Yumi is what represents the Shinobi Versus. Definitely the Shinobi Versus, yes. Because if you look at it correctly, in Shinobi Versus Asuka, it like nobody gave. I mean, everyone still cared about Miyabi and them. Yeah, we definitely did. But let's be honest, it was mostly about the Shinobi Battle Royale with Hanzo versus Gesen. Nobody honestly like cared about Miyabi and them. We all did. Just some people, they just like the creator just made it up. Like Takagi just, you could say, just made it up for her to be introduced to make the game much longer. And then they later on add in Homura and them just to make it a bit longer too. But yeah, you are right. But it was mostly just Shinobi Battle Royale with Hanzo and Gesen Academy. Homura and them and Miyabi and them weren't really supposed to be. They were in the game to make it longer and stuff, and mostly for more characters to be playable. If every Senran Kagura character was in, because they are. So, because Yumi was like the main villain. Yumi was like the main villain at first for Shinobi Versus, just to end up being defeated by Asuka to learn the difference in justice and all that stuff, and to learn that Kudokage didn't want her and the rest of the girls to follow in his footsteps of the person that he was back then. So when you play from Yumi's side of the story for Shinobi Versus, that's not even real. It's practically the same battles and stuff, but how the ending is, it's not real. Just Hanzo, just Asuka's story and stuff like that is real. Like from Asuka's side, it's real. Just Yumi's side and all that stuff, and everyone else's side of the story are all fake. If there's one real thing for Senran Kagura, it has to be the Hanzo story. The rest of them are fake. They just make the game longer. Because people are going to say, why was the story so short? Which is why we literally get all the other teams' episodes in it to make the game longer. And that's good. Even if it is fake, I don't think it matters. As long as you can just play the game a bit more longer. Yeah, but this is the part where Kiria sent Rin on that mission. Where Kiria sent Rin on that mission. And he kind of regrets sending her on that mission. I want Kiria playable. Why aren't y'all making him playable? Then again, it beats the purpose of Senran Kagura and all the stripping and all that stuff. All the plot armor damage and stuff like that. So it kind of beats the purpose. But still, I honestly wanted Kiria to be playable. Other characters too. I want Hanzo to be playable. I even want the rest of the characters from New Link and Wave to be playable too. They should really be playable in Senran Kagura 7. Like, I don't care, and not only that, I don't care if people get mad when I say Senran Kagura is a fighting game or a Muso game. I'm gonna say it's literally in between both, fighting and Muso. Because if you actually look at it, you can't just like, you can still say Senran Kagura is a fighting game because you're literally fighting other opponents. So it practically is a fighting game slash Muso. They're practically, I mean, fighting game, yeah, when you think of it in game wise, yeah, it's kind of like Street Fighter and stuff with the whole landscape stuff, but if you actually look at it in your own kind of way, it's kind of both fighting and Muso and all that stuff. And because you're still fighting, you're literally fighting. So what's the, come on. I don't see how anyone could get mad about that. Some people get mad when you just say it like that. So I do say what I mean. Like, I do know what kind of games I'm talking about. I literally went into the YouTuber's live stream, the one called Good Games Have Fun. He literally said like stop saying Senran Kagura is a fighting game. Like, he got mad about it, but like if you look at it, technically the characters are fighting and stuff, so it's kind of is Muso as well. But yeah, what else can you call it then? Come on. I mean, that's what, like, honestly, that's what some people are thinking. That's what some people are thinking. I mean, I know I said it before, but like, not in the kind of way people are, not in the kind of way that you guys are thinking. When you say in your own imagination and stuff, and you think of it like how do I say this? The characters are fighting. The characters are fighting against other enemies and stuff like that. So I'd say mob battle and Muso or beat 'em ups practically are the same when you look at it. But in your imagination and stuff, how you think of it, like when people say fighting, yeah, it's landscape fighting games like freaking Naruto Clash of Ninja or Street Fighter or stuff like that. That's true. But like if you look at it, the characters are fighting against opponents and all that stuff. Like what else can you call it if it's not any of those? The Muso and Senran Kagura is pretty short because you fight a little bit of enemies as you go. Like instead of enemies coming at you in Muso type games like Dynasty Warriors and stuff, like instead of enemies coming at you and stuff, you literally got to go to that location in Senran Kagura just to fight the next set of enemies. That's like the Muso. So like in other words, the Muso is kind of a fake type of Muso. The Muso is like short. You face at least a first set of enemies, then you go to the next set of enemies in the next place, then the next set, and then once you get to the next set, the boss shows up. But in Muso type games like Dynasty Warriors or games I've played more than Senran Kagura, like One Piece Pirate Warriors, the boss doesn't just appear like that. The boss literally shows up and gives us a notification that the boss has showed up. Senran Kagura basically just lets the boss appear once you make it to the next area. So Senran Kagura looks like it's a good game and all. I have no problem with it. But like when you want to look at it in a perspective kind of way where you just like face off against the first set of enemies, the next set of enemies, and then the boss shows up it just stops you right there and the boss shows up. So like honestly, when I think about it, the characters are just fighting against others. So because like you're still saying like, oh, we're fighting against a couple of enemies. So when people say Senran Kagura is not a fighting game, look into it a little bit and be like, oh, we're fighting a couple of enemies. I'm fighting all these enemies right here. Because people are still saying, oh, I'm fighting all these enemies right here. That's like literally where you think about it at first. So like if people call Senran Kagura a fake type of Muso because of how the enemies appear each time you go through different areas, and if it's not a fighting game either, what can you call it? I mean, are you late? I mean, nah, you're still on time. I mean, I only finished the first chapter, but I'm doing 2 chapters in one stream, so you're good. You're good though. But what's going on, Anime Mystic? What's going on? That's all I'm saying. So like, if you like, what else can you call Senran Kagura if people deny that it's not a Muso game, a beat 'em up game, or a fighting game? What else can you call it? You gotta call it something. Do you just call it a ninja game? You don't just call it a ninja game. You only call it a ninja game because people only call it a ninja game because all the characters are ninjas. Senran Kagura is a ninja flash anime. Well, the game started off first, then the anime adaptation showed up later on. But come on, let's be honest. But Alex, you should have been in here like at the start, dude, because like we were straight up in a Senran Kagura conversation regarding the censorship and all that stuff. And literally a lot of people had a lot of things to say about the censorship. But like I said, Senran Kagura's got to be something. It's got, like, if it's not a fighting game, a Muso type game, or any of that, it's got to be something. You can't just not have a word of genre for that type of game. You gotta have something. Otherwise, it's just, you know, it's nothing. Don't make it, like, just don't make a game if you're not gonna like give the genre what it is. And some people would say the genre doesn't matter as long as you play it. Yeah, but they usually show up at they usually show up at the start of the stream. They was just talking a little bit about the censorship too. But I don't know if you heard of a YouTuber called Good Games Have Fun, but he's one of the YouTubers I literally YouTuber streams that I went to, and when I tried using Senran Kagura, saying like using the word fighting game as an example and stuff like that to see how his reaction would be. And that's what literally brought up this whole like talk about what you should call Senran Kagura. It's just something people ought to think about, you know? It's just like something that like really needs to, like, a lot of people need to think about. Yeah, I mean, back then my mind was different. When I played Senran Kagura, when I first did my first complete walkthrough series and all that stuff for Burst Renewal, I didn't think about what it was. All I did was say, oh, Senran Kagura is a fighting game and stuff without thinking. Now my mind is like completely different now, and I'm thinking about it a lot now. So what can you call it? There's nothing to call it. Like, what? It's got to be something like a genre you can call it. We have action, adventure, fighting, all that stuff. For pretty much all the games out there, for certain games that describe it. When I play Naruto Clash of Ninja, it's straight up fighting, 3D fighting, because it's landscape and stuff. When I play One Piece Power Warriors, it's pretty much Muso. Imagine if they just straight up left right now after hearing that. Like, literally, they left. If they were not important characters, but they are, so.
先生、私をもっと鍛えてください。
あたいも徹底的に頼むよ。
ひばりも頑張る。キリア先生に頼らないで戦うよ。だからキリア先生、ひばりをしごいてください。
そうか、お前たちの気持ちはよくわかった。それじゃ修行を始めるぞ。
But from what it looks like, regarding your question about Senran Kagura 7, and from what other people's answers are, depending on whether it's dead or not, or the Senran Kagura franchise in general, I'm not giving up on the series, but I will say that like it is more than likely dead. Because the creator Takagi left Marvelous after 13 years because of Sony's censorship, and still continues to do the censorship. So as long as that goes on, we'll be waiting years and years and years until we're dead, probably for Senran Kagura 7. So we might as well just leave the last Senran Kagura game at we might as well just leave the last Senran Kagura game at which is it? Yeah, we might as well leave the last Senran Kagura game at Peach Ball. That's pretty much the last one that released. This just might be where the series ends, but I'm still gonna play it. Hikage.
まさかあたいが膝をつくなんてさ。あんたは弱いな。このあたいが弱いから、ほんと舐められたもんだよ。だけどこのまんま黙っていられるか。特訓まだ特訓で必ず日陰を倒してやる。
Here comes Katsuragi's training now. All right. Yo, I love Yomi's bass theme before the Shinobi transformation. I like this theme better than the Shinobi transformation theme that Yomi has. So I can't say we will be getting another Senran Kagura game anytime soon, but I will say that the anime adaptation will probably bring out another season. Because we did get season 2 around 2018. So instead of them focusing on the games more, they'll probably focus more on some anime adaptations. Yeah, season 3, yeah. Season 1 focused more a little bit around the whole burst game a bit. Season 2 focused around, well, no game. It didn't really no game on Senran Kagura. Season 2 focused around anything, so. But it focused around Fubuki in them. It focused around them, the Yoma chapter and stuff. Everything about the Yoma. Season 3 will either focus around a story that's not based off of any of the games or any of that stuff, and they're just gonna like give us any random type of story, something like that. Or they'll probably focus on something from the manga. They could probably focus on something based on the game, and we'll probably get like I don't know, probably a Peach Ball type of series, but based on the Peach Ball game. Anything. It could be anything they could think of. They thought up the Yoma chapter just like that, and boom, slapped it on at season 2. So if we can't get like Senran Kagura game, That doesn't mean it's the end of Senran Kagura. It's just the end of the game series, but not the end of the anime adaptation. That doesn't stop them from doing anime adaptations and stuff, because Funimation is owned. I mean, my bad. Senran Kagura is owned by the anime adaptation of Senran Kagura is owned by Funimation Entertainment, so they could do something like that.
まあ当然ですわね。
All right. Yumi, okay. Chapter 2. Alright. Intercept Heavy Joe. Got Katsuragi's training out the way. Lovable Hibari. Iterashai. So they can still work on the anime and the manga.
ひばり、どうした？元気がないぞ。どうした？お腹でも痛いのか？柳生ちゃん、ひばり、忍びに向いてないかも。どうしてそう思う？蛇女と戦うためにキリア先生の修行を受けているけど、ひばりは全然強くなっている気がしないの。おまけに修行中、転んだり怪我したりして、みんなにずっと迷惑かけてるし。そんなことはない。一生懸命なひばりを迷惑だなんて思うやつはいない。一生懸命やっても結果が出なきゃダメなんだよ。よし、とっておきのおやつをやろう。行列に並ばないと買えないほど人気の一品。
This is where the enemies show up out of nowhere. Right here. The fat enemies. Oi! Oh.
違う。このうさちゃんドーナツはひばりのものだ。うるさいうるさい。返さないなら力ずくな。うさちゃんドーナツは俺のところで売り切れた。それでひがんでるんだな。やれやれ。仕方ない。相手をしてやるか。
And these enemies piss me off. All right. See that? Look at Yumi's hair. In this one, literally, like, Yumi's hair was so dark a little bit. Now it's all light and stuff. And when Burst Renewal released, Yumi's hair was literally lightened and stuff. It was literally light now. It's no longer dark like it was in Shinobi Versus or stuff, or in Estival Versus a little bit. But in Burst Renewal, I kind of like I guess you could say Yumi had that that pilot episode type of hair, like they do in the pilot episodes of cartoons or anime and stuff. But yeah, Yumi's hair was much more darker in Shinobi Versus, and now it's just light now. I think Shinobi Versus has her Estival Versus has her hair the same color, just like in Burst Renewal. And then Shinobi Versus has it a bit dark, because remember, that's where Yumi was first introduced in. Alright, so now it's the fight against Yagyu now. So this is where they start the training and shit.
すごい。やっぱり柳生ちゃんは強いね。ひばりとは全然違う。そう、全然違うんだよ。だから柳生ちゃんにはひばりの悩みはわからないよ。ひばり、かかってこい。俺が組手の相手をしてやる。え、なんで組手をしなきゃいけないの？
It's only a point to lift your spirits back
お
up.
前の強さ、
俺が確かめてやる。
そんなの意味ないよ。ひばりと柳生ちゃんじゃ勝負になんかな
I love how Yagyu's got the shurikens. Like if you look at it closely, the Yagyu's hair, you never like pay attention at first, but you look at it closely, she's got the shuriken, she's got the little shurikens that hold up her hair ponytails and shit like that. That's good. I love that.
前忍びます。
いざ鎮魂の夢に舞い散れ。これはどうその程度で懺悔です。
痛いよ。
Yo! Okay. Alright. Alright, so there she go. It'll break. I see Yumi and them. Yumi and Miyabi, they weren't added. They weren't added in the first Senran Kagura Burst. But Burst Renewal was remastered and remaked in 2018. And after the release of Estival Versus, Shinobi Versus, and all the other Senran Kagura games, and since Yumi and Miyabi were introduced in Shinobi Versus, they were all like, all right, when we remake and remaster Burst Renewal, we're gonna add in the prequel story for Yumi and Miyabi. When they say prequel, that's basically the... Well, you guys already know what prequel is, but when they say prequel, that's basically the events before Shinobi Versus. The events before Shinobi Versus and the whole story, like the events way before the story of Shinobi Versus. Basically the events way before Yumi or Miyabi and them met Asuka, or way before any of them met each other for that matter. Like the events where Ryoki died, it covers the events of where Ryoki died in the battle against the Yoma. And that's basically in Miyabi's prequel story. And then the battles before then the battles with Gesen Academy before Shinobi Versus and all that stuff. All the events before that.
でも
So that's where they was all like, okay, so since we already got the other characters introduced in Shinobi Versus, let's put them in as DLC, and boom. That's where Burst Renewal comes out, and we get the DLCs later on. And Miyabi and the rest of the new Heavy Jogurts are playable. Anyway, I did create a Discord for all the people interested in Senran Kagura lore and stuff to attract the Survivor fans or even new fans. You got the link? You think you could you think you put the link up right now? If you can't put it up in the live chat, that's fine, but put it up in one of my recent videos. I'll click on it and join. I gotta get my Discord app downloaded too. How many members you got so far?
それは良かった。
I hope there's some members I can play online with the Estival Versus, because honestly, the online is looking pretty dead, to be honest.
ああ、それでこそ俺の大好きなひばりだ。
なんか言った？
いや、なんでもない。気にしないでくれ。最高評価いただき、
All right.
強越至極に存じます。
I think I'll take Minori next. I'm gonna take Minori next. Oh.
みのり、決めたぜ。
You gathering some people? Alright, good. Perfect. Alright, so this is the next one.
誰か遊んでくれる人いるかな？いってらっしゃい。
Ooh, Well, if there's one person you should gather, if there's one person you should actually add in, there's actually I know someone who'd be interested in the Discord too. And I think you've probably seen him in my streams before. But they call him Scarlet. They call him Scarlet. He has the Shadow the Hedgehog profile picture. And I think he had Homura on it too, but yeah, he had the Shadow the Hedgehog profile picture, and he's been in here lots of times before. So he'd definitely be interested. And then there's also one of his other friends too that I met in his stream called Belowed Gaming. And Belowed Gaming has a Twitter which talks about the lore of Senran Kagura all the time. I think every day too, and he explains the backstories too. You should add those two. But I can ask Scarlet to join in too. And then probably ask him to also ask Belowed Gaming. Because Belowed Gaming's favorite character is Katsuragi. All right, sweet. So I am going to have a lot of days off around next week and the week after that. That's more sleep time for me, but I can also put in more Senran Kagura streams. I don't know why, but I am extremely hyped. Because I also have to get the post walkthrough started for Shinobi Versus with the Shinobi Girl's Heart. So that's one of them. And I might put in the time for streams for Burst Renewal too, for my restarted Burst Renewal walkthrough. Because I haven't done a YouTube walkthrough. I haven't done my YouTube walkthrough series for Burst. Like, honestly, I don't think I've done except for maxed out gameplays, I don't think I've done another video for Burst Renewal at all. Not since I completed the whole walkthrough series that I did in 2018. So like, I honestly felt like starting off 2021 with this game. Because this is one of the Senran Kagura games that that doesn't really have online. And it's the most easiest one to platinum too. So I honestly felt like bringing this game back. Because I think this is one of the games that not that much people play. It's mostly the online ones like Peach Beach Splash and Estival Versus. Because this one does not have online. It's basically only we all know it's just a remaster and remake of the first Senran Kagura game. But it'd be good for this one to have straight up online. It looks like it can have online, like seriously. Yeah, we know Asuka's grandmother Sayuri. Oh, it said mother, not grandmother. I'm sorry. It said mother, okay. When I look at it closely, it almost felt like it said grandmother, and I was like thinking Sayuri, but no. LOL. Literally, I didn't even know what to say at that point. That was when I first did the walkthrough series for this game. I was like, damn, deep. It would have been worth doing a discussion over her mother. I know her father's pretty much nothing, to be honest. Like, not to be rude about them, but her father wanted to be something different from a shinobi and stuff. And I think he did in order to make Asuka's mother happy, but it would be worth doing a discussion over Asuka's mother though. Because her mother actually followed in the footsteps of her. I'm guessing her mother follows in the footsteps of Sayuri, her grandmother, so Asuka's grandmother, so it makes sense. I'm thinking if Sayuri's this strong, Asuka's mother's obviously strong too. Like it's mostly more, I'm guessing it's mostly more of the female part of the bloodline in Asuka's family. But then when you look at Hanzo, it makes you just wonder and ask yourself if it's really the female part of the bloodline of the family. But because it ends with Asuka, and Asuka started off like as a first year, Asuka was so clumsy and she couldn't even like. If you've looked at like in the anime, it was far different. We all know that because they couldn't show that kind of They didn't really have much anime cutscenes in Senran Kagura. A little bit, but not a lot. But in the anime, Asuka did screw up a lot of times as the first year, and it made us all think: is this really the daughter? Is this really the granddaughter of Hanzo, the legendary shinobi? That's what Ikaruga was thinking. Katsuragi, I know, didn't really care that much. All she cared about was fondling the boobs of her lower classmen, like literally. Katsuragi was never really one to judge, based on that person being related to another legendary person. I think it was more Ikaruga, basically. Because Ikaruga was, if you look at Ikaruga was kind of a little bit of a dick at first when Asuka first came. And when Katsuragi and Ikaruga first met, that was when it all happened. Here comes Murasame. Ikaruga's let's not forget Ikaruga is her and her adopted family, and the whole sword passed on to her Hien, and then from where I remember, her brother is a complete failure as a ninja. He's not even good with the whole sickle chains, We all know he was supposed to be given the sword, but he was a failure as a ninja to inherit the sword. So boom, Ikaruga's adopted into the family. She inherits Hien because of her skills and all that stuff, and boom. Uruse! I thought he was gonna say that, but yeah. This is where they say that she's actually adopted into the family. Murasame, we all know Murasame is jealous. He's jealous of Ikaruga because she's more special than him in many ways. And not only that, it was Ikaruga's adopted family that paid for Hanzo Academy and all that stuff. That are actually sending money and all that stuff to Hanzo Academy. And I kind of feel bad for Murasame because he had no talent as a ninja. Like deep down he wanted to be a ninja, but he just had no talent. LOL. But Shinobi versus and if you actually hear Shinobi versus shows it even more sad. Ikaruga was crying a lot more in Shinobi versus than she did in this one, because Shinobi versus actually tells her backstory. Shinobi versus actually tells more of her backstory in that one than in Burst Renewal. Like the man was like, Murasame was literally crying. But he had a note or something. In Shinobi versus, it said that he had a note. And he dropped the note and Ikaruga picked it up. It was basically not a note, but a little bit of information on how to be nice to your sister and stuff. Something like that. And Ikaruga started crying and stuff in Shinobi versus after hearing that. And that made me cry deeply. Like, you could see that inside Murasame, that he was trying to like be nice to his adoptive sister. And that was like, that shit kind of made me tear up. But Shinobi Versus shows more of the detail in that one than it does in this one. Cause Shinobi Versus, you know, this is a remaster, obviously, a remaster slash remake of Burst. So that's why Shinobi Versus shows more detail than it does in this one.
おやめください。
Murasame also, like, his specialty, like I said, is the sickle chain, the chain sickle technique and all that stuff. That's his main weapon. But he still doesn't know. He was never a good shinobi if you actually look at it.
お兄様、私はこちらです。
The man didn't even know the difference from genjutsu and all that stuff, man. Why am I saying genjutsu? Illusions or whichever, that's kind of the same thing, but yeah. The man goes home crying, man. The man walks home crying. Well, that too, but yeah.
どうしたの？なかなか戻ってこないから。
いえ、何でもありませんわ。さあ、外に戻りましょう。
あ、待って。戻る前にこれ見てください。
Now this part was sad right here. This part is just beautiful right here. I just like this part.
私たち5人って家族みたいなものだなって思って。
You can see Ikaruga tearing up.
見てみたんだ。イカルガさん、どうしたの？なんで泣いているの？なんか悲しいことでもあったの？
悲しいことなんかありません。嬉しくて泣いているんです。ありがとう、アスカさん。
今日の修行も
That was just beautiful. Like,
でも弱音を吐いてちゃいられない。もっと強くな
of course Katsuragi would be the father too.
もう終わりか。
小村ちゃん、どうしてもヘビ女の人たちとは戦わなくちゃいけないのかな。戦わずに済む方法ってないのかな。
お、
これは隠れ結界。感じる。一人、二人、かなりの数の忍びが辺りに潜んでいる。
これで邪魔者は入ってこない。
oh God.
小村ちゃん、
おとなしく超秘伝忍法書をよこせ。さもなくば校内にいる生徒は皆殺しだ。
関係ない人たちまで巻き込むの？どうしてそんな汚いことを？
汚い？当たり前だろ。忍びっていうのは汚いことをするもんさ。
Swear, if only Homura hadn't had that crazy experience. If only Homura hadn't had that crazy backstory, she probably wouldn't even be like this. She'd probably still be.
言えるようになんてならないね。なぜならお前はここで死ぬんだから。さっきから感じているだろう。部下たちの気配を。
Yep, the rest of Heavy Joy here. The enemies too.
一人対大勢ってのは感心しないね。
I love the way they just appeared like that. Alright, so I got Minori. Let's put that in the little bucket. Throw it out. Put more in the bucket. Throw it out. Put more in the bucket. Throw it out. More in the bucket. Ah, man, you did just hit me way before I could do that. Why am I jumping, man? I'm on max level. Screw this, man. People used to think, I honestly think people think that Minori's a lolly. You think a cute girl like this who's still in the dolls and shit like that would have big tits. But then look at Murasaki. Jump it. And let's just do this. That even Yagyu's a lolly? Who the heck said that? Whoa. Yagyu looks perfectly older to have those big tits. Come on. Now, Yagyu being a lolly now. I mean, these big tits don't lie, but oh my god. All right, let's play Candyland, everybody. Not that Candyland. I meant this Candyland. Hold on. One, two, three. Ooh, 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 ooh. One, two, three, four. Let's grab some candy out the bucket. Just wait for the boing part. Just wait for the boing part. I like that. I like that. I really do. I saw a little bit of stream disconnection right there.
わかった。いいよ。
どうせならもっと広い場所で戦おうじゃないか。お前たちもその方がいいだろう。校内の生徒を気にしなくて済むだろうし。
それじゃあどこで戦うの？
とりあえずこれを読め。
私たちがそれぞれ行くべき場所が書いてある。これは行くしかないよね。
All right. Okay, Ryobi.
両備楽しくなりそうね。
決めたぜ。
It's chapter 2, my bad. Alright, Hatred and Insanity. Which means we must have Ikaruga versus Yomi, obviously. Iterasai? Alright.
どこにいるのですか？要望通りに来ましたが。
これは財閥のお嬢様。こんな殺風景な場所にお呼びして申し訳ありません。
確かにそうですね。
そんなに警戒なさらずに罠などはございませんから。
そう。
それにしても綺麗なお洋服、とっても綺麗。お母様やお父様が買ってくれるのですか？
何が言いたいのですか？
Oh god, the wealthy versus the poor.
いただいて育ったんでしょうね。ぬくぬくとぬくぬくとぬくぬくと、何不自由なく暖かく。
だったら何だというのですか？早く要件を言いなさい。
大変申し上げにくいのですが。
I'm kind of like Yomi if you look at it. I struggle through rent and all that shit. Really? I'm like Yomi. Just not that kind of poor. But not everyone in this world is rich.
わかりました。
People have to work their way to the tops and stuff.
怒りが正義のために舞い忍びましょう。
All right. Oh man, I don't like the look of that color, man. When you know it's like this, man, something's bad. Yep. Oh, oh, right here, right here. Oh, oh, oh. No more small tits, big tits. There's even a video on YouTube who talks about Ikaruga and Yomi, probably one of the few ones who considered senran kagura seriously, kinda. Honestly, yeah. Oh, you said, is there even a video? Okay, my bad. That's what I'm talking about, because that's what I want to do with my YouTube. You've seen me I've literally uploaded like so far 3 discussions about senran kagura, but also talks about the backstories and stuff. I want to handle like what I want to do to like. I don't see unless you either know a YouTuber who does senran kagura talk about the backstories and stuff like they do for. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, unless you like know a YouTuber that does talk about the backstories and stuff. That's the kind of YouTuber I want to be for a little bit of senran kagura lore. I've already talked about Hibari's backstory in her special Keigan, and I talked about everything about the about Ryobi, Ryoki, and Ryona. That's the next bit I did a discussion about. But The next one I actually do want to mention is a backstory of Hikage next. Yomi and Ikaruga I want to do after I do a talk about Hikage's backstory. Because if nobody's going to do this, I'm going to take it into my own hands and do it. Because I don't do a video, I don't do just any video if someone else has already done it. Walkthroughs are a different matter, but if it's backstories and stuff like that, I'll leave it to them to do that. But since there's no talk about certain backstory for the Senran Kagura characters, I'm going to have to take it into my own hands to do it. Like, I'm going to straight up, my playlist is going to be pretty full in 2020 regarding all the characters and their backstories. And sometimes I'll leave some things out. I'm actually going to handle, actually I'm going to literally talk about everything. I literally gotta do this. No, I got no choice.
私はあなたを殺したくはありません。そうですか。ご心配ありがとうございます。でも、私はお嬢様を殺さなくてはなりません。どうして？あえて言うのなら、あなたがお嬢様だから。お嬢様には死あるのみなのです。ふざけないで。そんな理由で殺されてはたまりません。いざ火炎の魂に舞い散れ。いかがですか？
Whoa. Oh, you can't forget she's good at aiming. Can't forget that. She did. That's how she shot Hibari that way. All right. Eh. I wish they had mash battles in this one like they did in Shinobi Versus. This literally goes around. It's literally all ranged. Come on, Yomi. Don't just jump around thinking it's not gonna, you know. Boom! Okay. Perfect shot. Ah. I know, right? Yobi's laugh is beautiful.
もやしを笑う者はもやしで泣く。つまりはそういうことです。どういう意味なの？
All right.
やっぱりあんたか。そうや。あんたも相変わらず鋭い攻撃だし、これはいい勝負ができそうだぜ。勝負？そうだよ。強いやつと勝負するのはワクワクするぜ。なんでワクワクするん？なんだよ興味なさそうに。こっちは修行でレベルが上がってんだぜ。この間みたいに。
Hikage never really took a liking to Katsuragi at first.
そうなん。そしたらさせてもらうわ。
Just like that. Wow.
人を呼び出しておいて逃げるやつがあるだ。桂木、舞い忍ぶぜ。任務開始。ほらほら。
Right here. And strike. There we go.
どうだい？あんたに負けてからいっぱい修行したんだぜ。さあ、今度こそ相手をしてもらうよ。なんで相手せなあかんの？どうしてって、あたいが強くなったのを確かめたいんだよ。せやったら別の人とやればええやん。それじゃ意味がないだろう。なんで？強さなんてなんぼでも確かめる方法あるやん。っていうか、あんたとやらなきゃあたいが満足できないんだよ。あんたは強い。だから戦いたい。わかるだろう、この気持ち。
She doesn't feel anything. Come on.
いや、全然わからへんわ。まあいいや。だったらあたいの拳でその気にさせるまでだ。桂木、正義のために舞い忍ぶぜ。光る舞順です。いざ尋常に舞い散れ。
Let's get her. Whoa, okay. All right. And then do this, bring out the dragon. And then you okay. L'action, l'action. She said you didn't. I know Hikage was all like, no, you didn't really win. Just wait for it, watch. She about to say that. Why would I shake hands? You didn't really win. She's all like, you didn't really win. He's all like, because I won. Well, you didn't win though. You're not making any sense. Also, you didn't really win. See that? Hikage was not trying. She doesn't feel anything. Because I don't have any emotions. Ooh, trust me, she threw off those emotions long ago. Same thing Yomi said in a little bit. I have to settle this at Heavy Joe. All that's left is the battle against Hibari and Haruka. So I'm gonna change. Like that, probably the end of the chapter. I don't know. Rin. All right. Oh wait, Xiagyu and Mirai. Okay, I thought it was gonna be Hibari and Haruka first. All right. So basically, we're gonna be seeing like, you know, Hibari's going from one side to the other, so she will leave Hanzo and go straight to Heavy Joe and then come back just like boom. Except Mirai hates being ignored. She said, "Where's Hibari? Out of my way. I need to find Hibari." She doesn't care about Mirai. She ignores her. She only cares for Hibari. She doesn't care where you exactly. That's part of Mirai's backstory. She always got teased and stuff, and she was mostly ignored. Okay. Literally, I can think of so many eye patch characters, not just Yagyu and Mirai, but there's also Ryomo from Ikitosen, Kenpachi from Bleach. But the girls just don't fit the whole eye patch, honestly. It's mostly the guys that fit the eye patch. Woo! Trying to snipe me? I saw you.
ゃない。でもこれからが本番。まったく、少しは私の話を聞いてよ。
俺は急いでいるんだ。
あくまで私を無視するのね。
This is a little bit of something that describes Mirai's backstory a little bit.
何とでも言ってろ。俺はお前には興味がない。
だったら意地でもこっちを向かせてやる。
仕方がない。ヤギ、正義のために舞い忍ぶ。
I love Mirai's theme in this one too. Hers is like the cutest theme I've ever heard. I love that theme, yo. Alright, I listened to the theme long enough. And fly over. And... She about to Shinobi transform. Ah, I like the first theme better. Okay, it's still on. Good. Fly. Ooh. There's really nothing to look at for Mirai if you actually look in on it. I don't see why there's any point in censoring that out, because the top is really nothing to look at for Mirai. We stripped her real good. I think this was a loss for Mirai, but the other battles, those were completely a loss on the good side. Remember this, people. Flat is justice. There's nothing wrong with being flat. This goes out to women. Next one is Hibari versus Haruka. I'm gonna take my girl Shiki. Itterashai. This is where you see that where Haruka shows up. This is where you realize that Yagyu ain't the only one who just loves Hibari. Haruka does as well. Sad thing is, even Haruka said to Hibari that Hibari isn't cut out to be a shinobi. Cute. There it is.
まだちょっと足りないの。
She wants to make her her own doll.
もっともっと怖がらせてあげるから、もっともっと怯えちゃってちょうだい。
Haruka about to add Hibari to her doll collection.
怖がったりなんかしません。
私のお人形たちを前にしていつまで強がっていられるかしら。
I'm going frantic right away.
新婚の夢に沈みましょう。開始。
Right here. All right. All right, let's fade out right here. Back to Haruka.
いいわいいわ、ゾクゾクしちゃう。
ひばりだってやればできるんだから。
その追い詰められた時の真剣な表情、たまらない。こんなに感じたのは久しぶり。そうだ、いいこと思いついた。
Yep, there it is.
お人形の
This is what I said. Add her part of her doll collection.
どうかしら。あなたの全身をローで固めて。
This is kind of like the backstory with Haruka and her mother.
でも
Her mother is kind of being the same way that Haruka is being to Hibari.
あなたのくるくる変わる表情だけは見ていたいから。ね、いい考えでしょ。
ひばり、そんなの嫌です。
お人形になればみんなの足手まといにもならないわよ。
どうしてそのことを？
あら、適当に言っただけなのに大正解だった？そうよね、やっぱりね。あなたみたいな子は忍びの世界じゃお荷物になっちゃうわよね。
ひばりはお荷物じゃないもん。
だったら証明してみせなさいな。
言われなくたってやってみせるよ。ひばり、正義のために前しのんじゃん。
Then Shiki's got that little French type of sound. I mean, not Shiki. Haruka's got that little French type of soundtrack too. No, not bad. France, whichever. But Haruka's soundtracks are always like that, and I love that.
すごいじゃない。私のお人形をここまで壊すなんて。
ひばりが倒したのは ただの傀儡だったの？
ただの傀儡なんてひどいわね。私の形をした可愛いお人形だったのに。
そんな、あんなに頑張ったのに。
やればできる。そんなのはそもそも優秀な人間の話。お荷物で足手まといのあなたじゃこれが限界ってことよ。
そんな。
さあ、おとなしく私のお人形になりなさいと言いたいところなんだけど、今日はここまでにしましょう。
You see what happened here? Like, difference between this one and the one in the anime is that in the anime, after Hibari faced off against Haruka, and Yagyu came to save Hibari, who was in trouble against Haruka. And what happened is that Yagyu was still this was when Hibari and Haruka were battling in a barrier, battling in a Shinobi Kekkai barrier. And what happened is that Yagyu goes to save Hibari, but when you go through a Shinobi barrier, you take a lot of damage. Like, you take a lot of, you'll be in bad condition and stuff, in critical condition when you do that. So what happened with Hibari is she begged Haruka not to kill Yagyu or anything like that. And Haruka made a promise. Haruka says she wouldn't kill Yagyu only if she promised to be her friend. So in other words, she kind of tricked Hibari later on. When I say tricked, Haruka gave Hibari like a tracking device or something like that. No, not a tracking device. It was something that controlled Hibari later on. And this was a proof of their friendship, even though it was like a trick. And then later on, Hibari was controlled by that same thing that Haruka gave to her. And that's when she took the she was controlled in order to take the super secret ninja scroll. And boom, Haruka comes out of nowhere to where Hibari is at and takes the ninja scroll from Hibari. Hibari feels ashamed and everything after what happened, after letting herself be tricked like that, and heads to Hebijo on her own to try and trick Homura and them. That way she could get the that way she could go there and get the Shinobi scroll back, the ninja scroll back, and boom. It's kind of the same way with this one. It's also the same way in this game too, but they don't show the part where Haruka, like, I don't think they show the part where Haruka gives Hibari the little controlling device or whatever. So this will end chapter 2, and after this, we will pretty much end the stream.
やるとするか。
こんな戦いをして何になるの？何の意味があるの？
戦うことの意味か。私がヘビ女でお前が半蔵。意味はそれだけで十分だろ。
たったそれだけのことで命のやり取りをするっていうの？
ああ、それだけのことさ。世界のあちこちで起こっている戦争だって大体理由はそんなものだろう。
私にはわからないよ。
分かり合う必要はない。さあ、おしゃべりはここまで。お前の忍びを見せてもらうよ。
もうホムラちゃんのわからずが。
All right.
秋の誇りを舞い掲げよう。開始。
Oops, hey. Right here. Right here. Let's do it. Beautiful Shinobi versus soundtracks for the characters. I know when Miyabi and Yumi and the rest of the teams were added as DLC, we had the regular Shinobi versus soundtracks for them. They was all like, let's slap them on and just put the regular Shinobi versus soundtracks on because we can't think of new ones. Then later on, S2 versus boom. Says, Happy New Year to you. I'm literally about to end the stream after this episode. Like, this is the last episode that ends chapter 2. But Happy New Year to you. We got macaroni and cheese. That's great. You better clutch that fist. No. She did get a little bit stronger, but it's still not enough though. See that? That's how I explained it before. As I said before, when they first fight against them, this is like literally in some animes. You fight against a person who makes their first appearance for the first time, that first villain that makes their first appearance. You lose at first. But then during the rematch, it's a tie because the main character gets stronger than the villain, than the main antagonist. And then after that, next fight, the main character wins. Sometimes some different animes do that, some do it a little bit differently. But yeah. This battle has to end with one killing the other. Mm-hmm. Usually, like, in each of the menus for, each time you get back to the menu during the story, like, the characters' expressions and all that stuff change. And the music changes too, but since I beat the game and everything, like, nothing changes. So, yeah. Chapter 2 is pretty much finished. We start off with Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 in the next stream for the restarted walkthrough of Senran Kagura First Renewal on hard difficulty. Other than that, you guys, it was good for you guys to come to the stream. I thank you for that. Once again, Happy New Year. I'll be off 4 days. 4 days next week and the other week after that. And I think I'm going to need it because I will be putting in loads of Senran Kagura streams and discussions and other anime games too. Other than that, you guys, Bankai Extension, I'm out.